The cabin lights flicker. Once, twice. Then they die, plunging everything into primal darkness. The gentle hum of the engines, gone. A terrifying silence replaced by wind screaming past the fuselage. This isn't turbulence. This is something else, gravity taking over. Your stomach lurches from raw, cold fear. The plane is no longer a vessel of flight, it's a metal tube falling from the sky. You are trapped inside. You grip the armrests, knuckles white, panicked breaths beside you. Flight attendants strapped into jump seats, faces tight with a focused intensity. It feels like the wings could shear off. Outside the porthole, a blur of blue and green. The world spins, tilts at an impossible angle. Brace for impact. January 15, 2009, U.S. Airways Flight 1549 takes off from LaGuardia Airport in New York City. Less than 2 minutes after takeoff, everything changes. The aircraft strikes a flock of Canada geese. Both engines are hit. Both engines fail. Suddenly, a state-of-the-art Airbus A320 becomes a 75-ton glider. There is no thrust, no power, just silence. At the controls is Captain Chesley Sully Sullenberger. His calm, steady voice comes over the radio. "Mayday, mayday, mayday, we've lost thrust in both engines. We're turning back towards LaGuardia." He quickly realizes they won't make it to any runway. He sees the Hudson River. It's his only shot. He announces to the cabin in a voice that betrayed no panic, "Brace for impact." The passengers held on for dear life. The landing was violent, a hard skip on the water's surface. But the plane stayed in one piece. Passengers, shocked but mostly uninjured, climbed out onto the wings. Ferries and water taxis immediately sped to the rescue. Every single one of the 155 people on board survived. On October 13, 1972, a charter flight carrying a Uruguayan rugby team, their friends and family vanished. The pilots, flying in thick cloud cover, misjudged their position. The plane's wing clipped a mountain peak. The fuselage, a mangled tube of metal, slid down a glacier and came to a stop in the remote, frozen wilderness. Of the 45 people on board, many died instantly, or in the hours that followed. Stranded at over 11,000 feet, they were surrounded by snow and rock, with no food, no medical supplies, and only the thin clothes they were wearing. They listened to a small transistor radio. For days they held on to hope. Then, on the 8th day, the most crushing news came. The search was called off. Hope was gone. Despair set in. Surrounded by the bodies of their deceased friends, they made a pact. To live, they would have to eat the flesh of the dead. It was a horrific choice, a complete breakdown of societal taboos, but in the face of certain starvation, it was their only path forward. Two of the strongest, Nando Parado and Roberto Canessa, decided to hike out of the mountains. With no mountaineering gear, they climbed for 10 grueling days and miraculously found a Chilean